everybody. So sorry I haven't been around, been getting lots done as per usual, and I promise it will all tie together. You know, it's a journey, it's a process, it's an ever evolving one. So thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate all of your energy, all of your care, and all of your contact. Thank you so much. I've been getting busier with the reading aspect of things. Client list is building up, so thank goodness for that. I appreciate that so much. The energy flow session client base is really building up. Again, thank you and gratitude to those involved and universal energies that are on my side for that. I appreciate that very much. So I wanted to speak about something, give you a little drive around Newcastle when I'm out on errands. Believe it or not, just coming up to 5 o'clock in the evening. It's pitch black. Well, not pitch black, but it would be without the artificial light, I suppose. So the winter's creeping in, beautiful season change. The weather's changing as per the normal cycle changes, and the winter is more delayed over here. I've noticed that over the last few years. So yeah, it's you know, it's coming up to that change, waiting for that eclipse. You can feel that energy building up, and I wanted to speak about, just while I'm on these errands, and to touch base and to try and fit in more. Need fuel, it says, to try and fit in more. Amber light, 10 points. I'm joking, but I'm not really. It feels good just creeping through, doesn't it? Oh no, we did it again. Boom. Oh, this is a red, so I've got to stop with that. Damn it. So, oh, there we go. I've got a go from the universe tonight. So beautiful moon up there. I'm hoping I catch that in the video at some point. Peeping through the clouds there, like some kind of scene from a movie. This bloody 50-mile limit is so ridiculous, but never mind. It's back onto the subject. So yeah, I realised something. I've warned about, and I've talked about so much over the time that all of you guys have been with me, about narcissism, about the importance of understanding it, about the importance of knowing how to handle it, because we do have an epidemic of narcissism in the reality, and that's because of certain things that have been manufactured, but always bringing it back to self. There are certain people that have really ran with that energy, you know, the energy vampire type of personality. And so again, you know, it's not about not being affected by a narcissist. I really feel that I've been affected just recently by a very narcissistic energy, and that's still unfolding. You know, they're still playing their games in the playground. I've exited the playground, and I'm proud of myself for that, and I just want to speak to anybody else who's having the same experiences right now, or has had this experience, or will have, in that we can't necessarily get away or keep away. It's that intent, that kind of energy, same as we can't get away from any energies, really. They're all around us all of the time, but it's how we respond to them. And so right now I'm going through the rock, as my friend and me discussed. The rock, I'm giving it nothing, giving it no energy. Exit in the playground, no matter which playground that is. And again, this is where the games stop working. Now, something funny that I've realized I do, and I've just sort of realized this during this process of recognizing this narcissistic energy and dealing with it promptly, which is what I'm proud about, in that I've been dealt a hand that I've kept coming into contact with narcissists who are off the scale, violent, terrifying, and you know, stayed in those energies too long. And it's about getting faster and faster in response time, not reaction time, response time. And so this is my turn off. So yeah, the response time pretty damn good this time. Warning signs, yeah, could have getting it faster, but next time I'll be faster again. But so I'm rambling a little bit, but this is what a drive is all about. Just pretend you're sitting next to me in the seat, and I've got you on this safe journey in this beautiful evening, doing some errands and chatting away. So basically, I've realized that I go into a Breaking Bad healing in that the popo. Is it the popo? No, it's the ambio. So there's plenty of them around, believe you me, in the UK right now. So yeah, I go into this Breaking Bad healing process. In that Breaking Bad, most of you'll probably have seen it, heard of it. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you've been touched by narcissism, it gives you a great understanding of it. And the recognition for me was, I started to laugh, and I said to Abby, she said, "You watching Breaking Bad again?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Don't know why, because I know the script." But there's certain types of series, and I don't watch many, that I return to at certain times in my life. And I realized that Breaking Bad has been one of them, in that for all of the reading up and the physical experience of narcissism, Breaking Bad sort of put it into a good a healing 12-step program for me. And so now I rapidly go through the series, jump in here and there, because I know the script, as I say, but going through that 12-step program quicker each time. And I recognize, that Walt, a very unassuming character, most would think that the character of the cop, of the DEA agent, Hank, would be more narcissistic because he's out there. But actually, no, you learn very quickly he's the endearing, very, very genuinely caring one. And Walt, this teacher who has become bitter because he has had everything stolen from him in his eyes, regarding the esteem and the accolade of his science career, when actual fact, as narcissists do, he moved on of his own, given impulses, and that comes out later down the line. Anyway, goes through this catastrophe of actually he keeps coming up pretty squeaky clean. He seems invincible, and everybody around him, even the most adept of the drug cartel world, become undone, not really given enough credit to the narcissism that is behind this unassuming demeanor of Walt. So everybody around him, everything becomes unraveled, undone, and the consequences are huge. I mean, life is lost. Was that a fox? I don't know if it was oh no, it's a dog. It's gotten away. They're after it. It's okay. I need glasses on. So yeah, he stays pretty, squeaky clean up until the end. He sort of does his mission to become legendary in the science field, ironically, just on the street side of things. And so, I realized that it's cathartic to me to skip through those episodes and that series real quick again, to refresh, and it gives me a channel to allow me to be the rock with the real narcissist, whatever narcissist it is that I have around me. It gives me a channel in that character to be able to diffuse the energy, the frustration, any upset that I have into that character, and release myself from it and remind myself of lessons learned. And so again, I then sort of look at the other characters surrounding Walt, surrounding this narcissist. And Jesse, he goes on such a journey, bless him, in that, his character, I know it's not real, but there's very real characters like him that are damaged like him, very real characters like Walt's wife that are like her, that are damaged like her, and his children, you know, in real life every day. It's so prevalent. And he goes through a journey in himself, this Jesse, and again, he gets out alive, and you see him with obviously a lot of healing to do, going back to nature and making it there, you know. And I sort of make up the rest of the story in my own head, that, you know, he's in Alaska, he's got this wit about him now, he's got this grit about him now, and he just makes a beautiful connection with nature, knowing the other end of the extreme, knowing the other end of the scale, so not to take it for granted, so to speak. Okay, I'm just gonna pause this video here because I've got to nip in somewhere. So yeah, wondering where I was at now, because I've been away a little while. Hopefully you guys don't know that. So yeah, you go through this and you realize that, okay, so you get touched by narcissism, and the same things apply in that, you know, knowing thyself. And the more that you know yourself, the more that you have tools like this in your own life, whatever works for you, the more that you know yourself, to know you, the quicker you can process through things like this, and the less they can affect you, or however badly they affect you, or well things affect you. But in particular, things like this, you know, to know thyself and to keep knowing thyself more is to not be despondent that you've been touched by another narcissist in your life in whatever way, shape or form, but to know thyself well enough in that, you know, each time you pick up on the red flags and you know yourself better each time, and that in doing that you are not reactionary, but your response time is quicker, as in you're not having to make excuses of why, you know, wait and keep this person in your life. If you've got those knowings, you don't doubt yourself for as long, therefore limiting the effects of said narcissistic energy. In doing that, you know, when you know yourself and have the confidence to do so, and have the confidence in your feelings, in your knowings, you know, you can start to think, to know yourself is to perceive you in another, and to be perceived by another, to be something, to know something is to perceive it. And so you can draw out the lessons of those things. You know, my response time was real good, my doubt time was real low. You can draw out lessons that still need to be learned. Like, you can only take ownership for your own self and your own energy in any given exchange, any given relationship, contract, however fleeting or lasting that might be. And so you can take out of the things that you still need to work on. You know, one thing I still need to work on from this experience is to allow the perception of value of me in others, to know that for myself so much that I don't stay too thankful, that I have that gratitude, but don't stay in that overly grateful vibe, to keep it very balanced, because then with these kinds of energies, they take that as a cue to run away with themselves and with their script, with their narrative. And so yeah, but I thought it was hilarious that it sort of dawned on me, and me and Abigail laughed, to say that, you know, Breaking Bad is my transmutation process when it comes to narcissists. Breaking Bad helps me record things to work on, things to be proud of. It helps me transmute those energies. It gives me a way to diffuse those energies and any effects those energies have had. And you know, one other thing I was real glad at is to just be able to say, have at it, matey. you know, with no guilt, no wondering, no doubt. Have at it. And, you know, we all know who have been touched by narcissistic energies, and if you haven't been, you can look up these terms, the rock being the rock, but the flying monkeys as well, in that, you know, people often are incorporated into a game because they like the drama, and a narcissist knows that, or because they have that over people pleasing vibe, so they want to be the fixer of things, you know, that don't really involve them. And again, that was another kudos to me, in that I have at it, you know. I do not perceive my value in the value that you perceive me to have, and so therefore it is not in my reality, and so I don't have to serve that energy. I don't have to give answer to that energy, you know, because I'm happy with my responses. I'm happy with my transmutation process. I'm happy with that, and I'm good with that. And so, you know, it's not to be, this isn't, you know, big build on, you know, esoteric knowledge, or a big spiritual, you know, talk. This is just a drive and a talk about things that I'm noticing, and things that I can relate to, because they relate in my life, you know. So hopefully whoever needs to hear this to either give you strength, or just give you kudos to, then let it fall on your ears, and be proud of yourself. But don't think, one thing that I have learned a long time ago now, and I see people falling into this trap for a while till they learn. Don't think, is it just me? There are always things you can bring back to you, because that's where your power is. That's what you have the power to actually change, and that's the space you have the power to create in. But I've heard it from a lot of different vibes. Sorry, everybody's got a bit of a sore throat in my household at the minute. I really haven't. I feel like I'm getting the symptoms on behalf. So yeah, a lot of people will say, me again, am I attracting them in? Well, maybe there's a key aspect of you that is, but I think that was more true way back when. The same way, you know, violence is more prevalent, it's more, you know, violent on the violence scale. The same way a lot of things have devolved and evolved into a greater scale, and into more of an imbalance. I do think that it's very difficult to go through your life, whether you're cognizant of it or not, to go through your life not being touched by narcissistic energy, not being affected by narcissistic energy, because again, it's been manufactured and it's been built, and many people who don't want to do the inner work have run with it, and you know, become the narcissist, rather than just us all having narcissistic healthy tendencies. And so yeah, it's not about, I don't think anymore, I don't think that term is fully correct all of the time. I think it's more about, you can't avoid this energy, in particular right now, and so it's all about how you deal with it, how you process it quickly, how quickly you process it, how much you let it affect you. Find your tools, your transmutation tools, like Breaking Bad, which is hilarious, because nobody would think that was a healing series, but for me, very healing, very healing, and I think it's hilarious because it just speaks volumes. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I hope this has helped in whatever way, shape or form, either in this present moment or for the future. you know, be brave, be bold, be you, unapologetically you. Even the narcissists, because, you know, it's up to us to not be affected by you if you are that narcissist. So, you know, the blame isn't all on you. So much love, balance and wholeness to all. Mwah.